Stop it, Rocks. Rocks. Why does it look like that? Rocks on a rampage, and then what? Uh-oh. GARP, Roger, Huff. Oh, taking those deep breaths. Bring it on, Rocks. Davey? GARP and Roger. Okay, here we go. Here we go. GARP and Roger. Rocks Dieselbeck transform into demon form. Looking tough. What the hell have you turned into? I won't let you go after my crew. Wings, Black Fire, Davey? Roger, GARP. Wait, is he using telepathy? Like the five elders? Or, oh, it could be the voice of all things too. Okay, because the five elders could use telepathy, but they could talk to themselves. He's talking to Roger and GARP, so it probably is the voice of all things. He's probably using the voice of all things to talk to Roger and GARP telepathically. Roger, GARP, this voice, please. What's that expression? Please, kill me. Crying, snot. So even the voice of all things is able to communicate even beyond the powers of Emu. Like it's the deepest part of his soul. Somewhere in the recesses of his soul, he's able to use the voice of all things to ask Roger and GARP to kill him. Oh, shit. Roger, GARP, shocked. Rocks charges in there. Roger and GARP. The climax of the God Valley incident. And there's no break. Whoa. Okay, listen. We knew what was coming because based on what Sengoku said, we knew that it had to be Roger and GARP at some point. The winner for this chapter is Kuma. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck what nobody says, bro. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a flying fuck. I do not care. We do not care. Kuma is getting the fattest W again, bro. It's a repeat of just absolute courage, tenacity on a level unprecedented. He just doesn't quit. Up until he knew he was going to die by the swing of this man's sword, he bounced. Low-key MVP 2 flashbacks in a row. Yeah, low-key. Holy shit. I can't believe it. He's saving lives the Marines wish they had the power to save. In terms of the numbers and in terms of the people themselves, how important they are. Like, brother, he's just getting W's. To the point where even Emu thought that he had killed his wife. Rocks had killed his own wife and kid. Kuma saved them. Kuma saved them. The reason why Davy D. Jones' legacy continues is because of Bartholomew Kuma. I ain't gonna say much, bro. That's it. We're done with that. Goated. Don't find me the kid. The girl that told Dorian Broggie to fight, that's one thing, but she's top 3. Not as good Kuma though. All right. That's crazy. Holy shit. All right. It's 9 o'clock. Oh my God. All right, let me get some donations on YouTube real quick. Inkfight Studios 10. I'm willing to bet Joy Boy was the first king and then was defeated. Then Davey became the second king during the Void Century until his defeat. I also think the mural is telling us this somehow. Okay, I like that idea. Sure shot. Eris to Rocks. You're not him. You're not him. Grey Warden. That's the thing. Yeah. The way she said that. Wait, you lost? Oh my God, it's my fault. You weren't ready yet. Yeah. Damn. You're not him. It is kind of case. Yeah, you're not him. It wasn't like that, but it kind of came off like that. Based on the text. Obviously, it wasn't like that. But the vibe, like the text, we read the text, hold on. It kind of feels like that, though. I ain't lie to you. Kuma is what they wanted Dragon to be. True king. Ha! Grey Warden. Dragon itself stocks a dragon, okay? But the stocks for Dragon, I'm not gonna lie to you, they're not going as high as I hope they would in this flashback arc. Also, Oda really holding back Shiki, bro. Why is Shiki extra clean? Because he's doing mad fodder shit. Where, like, Shiki should be in the thick of things. He's not. He ain't. He's been holding back Shiki for a minute. Because Oda is kind of pissed off that, you know, he has to put a flying character now as a character that's a mainstay character. He doesn't want to do that. He's said it before. He doesn't like doing that. Because it's still about pirates and flying, like, kind of counteracts the idea of going to the sea. Yeah, sure. But it's like, bro. Yeah, he's bag chasing right now. And then also, apparently, according to this dumbass, Shiki will never make it off the island alive. Just go up. I don't, what? What is he talking about? The island's so massive, he looked like a damn speck, like a grain of sand just going up. I don't understand that shit. This guy's, he's retarded. It is what it is. All right, sub, or shub. Much of the, I don't know what that is though, appreciate them. So do you think theories about Zebek being inside Blackbeard is now highly unlikely? Since Kuma got BB and his mom out of the island? Yes. Yes. The idea that Rox is inside of Blackbeard is now very unlikely. Very unlikely. Very unlikely. Unless Rox had a Horcrux somewhere on some Voldemort type shit, and then BB found that shit. He assimilated the Horcrux in him somehow, and then now you have a part of his soul. But outside of that, yes, it looks like Blackbeard does not have Rox's soul inside of it. So this kind of kills a lot of the whole multiple personality theories about Blackbeard. The man's just a tweaker. Gundam Beast too. Cole, why does Rox have demon horns? Why does or doesn't he? He doesn't, right? He doesn't have any horns. I mean, I assume it's because it's different for the giants. They're not as strong as Rox, A, and then B. Actually, I have no idea. Sometimes it's like a design choice, you know? Maybe Oda is like, it'll be kind of weird to design with horns, given his hair, so I'll leave him out. What you make is a valid point. Like, why not have horns? That is valid. Like, for example, when Luffy goes Gear 5 on Elbaf, he keeps the horn of the helmets. Why? Why? It's kind of weird, no? That's why I see it. Angie, was Big Mom hearing Rox via voice of all things in the beginning? Honestly, the idea of upscaling Big Mom with Voice of All Things, I'm down for that, but I don't think so. I think Big Mom's just starting to notice his form is changing because he's getting bigger. That's what I think. Ink fight. Davies Soul used to be the voice of all things within Rocks, and now it lies in BB after his saying, listen, don't apply the Naruto Indra Ash thing at all. Don't do that yet. That's kind of weird. Okay. As far as you know, there's no soul jumping. Inherited will is that inherited will. It's not a soul jumping thing. But characters literally take they have the inspiration, the dream and goals of guys before them, whether because of just miraculous fate, because of their blood bond, things of that sort. It's not, like Davy's soul is literally inside of Blackbeard's soul. And then Davy's soul specifically is, or like, let's say Rox's soul. And so Davy's soul specifically is able to manifest and take over briefly as he's demonized to contact Roger and GARP to kill him. Like, wait. Like, hold on. We don't have to do all that. Just why not make it Rox himself? Rox is a strong fucking dude. His strength and his hockey alone would dictate that, okay, even can control him, but not maybe entirely for whatever reason, you know? Like, it doesn't have to be, Davy's soul is like, no. Let's not jump to that level just yet. Great. Garp and Roger defeating the Rocks Pirates. LOL. ZK Lows will cope. And now they're fighting a Rocks who wants to be defeated. That agenda is dead. So like the agenda, you know what? There was an agenda back in the day, last year essentially, that, or I guess before this flashback, that Roger and Garp ran the gauntlet on every member of the Rocks Pirate crew. Rocks, Whitebeard, Kaido, Big Mom, Shiki, Captain John, Guanzi, you name it, right? That was the idea. Wrong, obviously. Even earlier in the, when Garp was looking kind of studly, even later on, we see Big Mom start putting some hockey into her attacks, actually giving a fuck now. It's like, oh, okay. So clearly Big Mom at that point in time was clearly focusing on what she was, on getting to where Rocks was, getting the treasure, getting Shocky. Duh. We only see them here, actually. Now I think about it, because they're actually in the same city. I don't see a big dragon in the ground or Big Mom or Whitebeard. But because they're Rocks Pirates and their captain's now in disarray, and remember this, they don't really give a fuck. Some do. But for the most part, the Rocks Pirate crew is a crew that's every man for themselves. We're in your way, Rocks? Are you? Oh, shit. Rocks, you are. Well, if I'm in the way, time to bounce. Time to bounce. We out of here. Officially, the Rocks Pirates disbanded from that point on. That's how I feel. Kaido, snuck. Big Mom, booted. Whitebeard, deuces. Grey Warden, 2. Usopp Arc, MVP, Kumo. Relax. You know, there's still a real time to get to, right? You are aware Usopp will be a key reason why Dorian Brody will turn back to normal. He will. Trust. Vic LaFleur. Do we need to rethink why Shiki wanted Roger? Well, we know in Ed War, they explain how he had probably a weapon of mass destruction, or he knew by its location. And he didn't say shit to Shiki. Shiki wanted that shit. And then afterwards, killing Roger in East Blue was unforgivable. Made no damn sense to him. So he's like, fuck that shit. But I don't know if there's any reason why we want to rethink this whole situation here. I don't think so. Unless it's something that we don't know that's happening here between Shiki and Roger. Possible. Dean or D Centom, which of the don't know, appreciate you. Alejandro, two pops. So teach it, two pops. So did Teach and Eris get separated, right? No, I don't think so. I think that they all went to the same country at the same time. I don't think Kuma has that ability, because remember, Kuma can only send folks to places that he's been to before. So Kuma can't send them to any other place he's already known. And as far as you know, he knows the Sorbet Kingdom, he knows the Holy Land because of all that torture shit, and he knows God Valley. So obviously, they probably go to the Sorbet Kingdom. Quantum. Blackbeard tried to repay Kuma by giving him a grandchild and making Bonnie queen of the world. But Bonnie was too selfish to accept BB's kindness. Oh, man. That's fucking crazy. That might be the craziest take on Blackbeard trying to wife up Bonnie at the end of the pre-time skip, post-Marine Ford. So folks forgot. Bonnie was kidnapped, or she was beaten by Blackbeard before Kainu pulls up. And then Bonnie, or obviously Quantum's joking. It's a pretty funny joke, I'm gonna lie to you, but it's also a pretty shocking joke too. The dark humor is crazy. I like it. But if you forgot, after Bonnie loses to Blackbeard, Blackbeard says, "You can be my wife. I'll wife you up." She was 10. He didn't know that. He didn't know. Bonnie is always in like that 24-year-old form. Even in the SBSs, they said she was like 24, some shit like that, right? So no one knew until Oda made it reveal. Duh. So no one knew that shit. I don't think you can hockey sense that either. I don't think you can. Like, can you sense her true nature? Probably not. Either way, he didn't know that. But the idea was simple. Now that we know that Kuma saved Blackbeard, it does put a little bit of a spin on why Blackbeard pulled up to Bonnie in the first place. It does. Okay? The intentions may not have been too nefarious, but they're still fucked up no matter what. So it's a crazy take, Quantum. Pretty funny joke. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's fucked up though. It's fucked up, but funny and also crazy. You think Blackbeard knew? No, he didn't know. There's no way. Look, hold on. Sanji doesn't know. Nor Bonnie, nor Usopp, or any of those crew members know. Like, none of the crew members know that Bonnie is actually a 10-year-old up until the end of Egget Island, I think. But they didn't know during. They had no idea. But it's a sure shot, too. The monkey paw of having Shiki. Here goes nothing. Oh, the monkey paw of having Shiki here does nothing. True. Because here's my guess. Oda doesn't want Shiki making a lot of moves because Shiki as a character kind of goes against a lot of Oda's foundation of the story. You have a guy that at his peak power fought against both Garp and Sengoku at the same time, in the process destroying half Marine Ford. So on paper, he's very, very strong. But at this point in time on God Valley, he's not that same guy. Fair enough. He is someone that did acknowledge and was peers with Roger back in the day as like the first iteration of emperors, right? Leaders of that sea. However, because he can fly, Oda really doesn't like that. He said before, I think in an interview, that Shiki being able to fly really it's a counter to a lot of the story building that he's done for the story One Piece, because at least in some way, because it's a water world where you're literally bound by weather conditions, by water and these natural barriers. But if you can fly, it kind of negates almost all of that shit. It's like, well, who cares? You just fly, boom, end of story. So much of the sense of danger of the world is just nerfed by Shiki's existence. You know what I'm saying? So, like, imagine this. You are dragon, and you want to fight in the Holy Land. Getting up there is going to be such an arduous task when you have to bring a whole army up to the Holy Land to fight against the, enemies, holy knights, admirals, other knights, marines, all kind of shit, right? But when you have Shiki, who can levitate entire island chains, see, boom. There you go, my friend. Take the world from me and some treasure too. All right. Like, okay. It becomes trivial. Kaido can too? Fair. Kaido can, well, I don't know about entire island chains, but if you wanted to move an entire island up to the Holy Land, he could do that, I think. But maybe for him, it'd be hard to do that in general. Maybe. Who knows? Not as easy as Shiki. D. Centom, much love. Maybe Emu simply saw Joy Boy in Davy D. Jones sometimes in the past. I think Jones is a prominent inferior of the Will of D. Or inheritor. He's a prominent inheritor of the Will of D. Okay, yeah, I can see that. Like, maybe, let's say he was the next major D-Clan member after Joy Boy, or after Joy Boy, right? And then he controlled a lot of the world at that point in time for whatever reason. Or people maybe pseudo-worshipped him. And then that intruded upon Emu's control of the world, It is very intriguing as to how because he's very pissed off when he says that shit. He's very pissed. That was never, that Rex was never a king, not a single moment. That's like someone saying, like, oh shit, that's Jesus, but he ain't actually Jesus, bro. No, he ain't Jesus. No. He has a hole in his hand and he got it from the dead. No, he ain't Jesus. Like, oh. I mean shit. It sounds like he's very salty at the idea that there was someone that was king of the world before him. Or he truly wasn't a king, or like David E. Jones cited him in some way. But he's probably a pirate too, which means that that'd have to happen after Joy Boy. Because Joy Boy's the first pirate. Or maybe at the tail end of Joy Boy's legacy, potentially. It gets complicated there, obviously. Big Fair, no reason for Shiki to not be included when Shanks is going crazy with no fruit in Film Red. You're not wrong, but Shiki breaks too much of the world's constitution. Shanks does not. Being able to fly and move entire island chains in air is kind of cracked. And you can mitigate too much of the story. Like, again, even now, it's like, oh, we have to stay on the ground. Even what the fuck? Why? Come on. No, he doesn't. He does. He does. He literally does. Like, flying powers are very, very valuable. Particularly when you're someone like Shiki and you can make other things fly. Like, literally fly at will. If Shiki wanted to, in theory, at least he would be able to do so at his peak power. This gigantic mountain that we see coming down, he would just touch it and it would stop falling, and it would just float into the air as high as it wanted to be, literally at peak power. Shiki's like touch, float, stay up there in the air, and just chill. That's peak power Shiki. All right, it's not. Hold up. You said Ted Cannon coat, but I got you. I got you. Hold up. I got you. Now we got to pull up the receipts. All right, so I want you to look at that mountain. That one mountain. And then Shiki. Shiki would literally see that and pull the LeBron James meme. Oh, no. That's how it literally go. Literally. Shiki has an entire fucking mountain construct over here. Just chilling. With the rainbow. Cute. I mean, nigga. And also, I forgot that too. He's also floating bodies of water too, mind you. It's like, why? I don't know. He just is. Shiki was kind of fucking cracked. You know what I really want to do right now? I'm thinking about I'm thinking about producing or helping produce something for the Golden Lion Shiki. Some anime project, fan-made project. I'm thinking about it right now. Yeah, Project Golden Lion, and just to glaze a nigga. You know what I'm saying, bro? Just to glaze a nigga. I'm thinking about funding a project right now. If you see a GoFundMe, I'll let you guys know. Okay. Quan Pineapple. 5. Sengoku said Rox was trying to be king of the world. So GARP's my fault. So GARP and Roger killed him. Rox's ambition was more noble, whereas BB is doing it for revenge. I don't know if he's doing it for revenge. Listen, guys, there's a chance here where BB is doing it for in part revenge, but also in part because he just wants a lot of power. He wants world domination, all right? Rox wanted too. Mind you, Rox is a person that is more commendable now than he has in like for like most of the entire arc, for sure. But at the same time, he still probably wanted world conquest. Duh. Two things can coexist. You can have Rox be worried about Harald and his countrymen and Elbaf. At the same time, still want to conquer the world. Right. It's not black and white. I would say that because he is definitely less sinister than Blackbeard. Yes. In comparison, BB is a lot more sinister. He is a lot more sinister than his father is. Why? I don't know. But, I mean, BB killing Thatch? I'm keeping it a stack. Have you seen a single thing Rox has done that has been on the level as Blackbeard killing Thatch? I have not. I have not. I have. BB wants power, that's why. Train. Is that how he does it? Yeah. Train. Oh, you're strong. Train. Look, guys. We haven't seen a single devil fruit power from Rox. He has no powers. The man is sword and hockey. He's more like Shanks. Or Mihawk. Or the samurai from Wano. Or Oden. He's more in that camp. Roger. He's more in that camp. He doesn't have 14 powers, dude. He has literally sword and hockey. Boom. He has a unique sword style that does blunt force damage. And his hockey is so strong he can actually pseudo-stop immortals like Garlic. So if your pa's like this, why not you? If your dad has a heavenly pact on some Toji type shit, why are you pulling with a Sakun energy of like 19 different abilities? So, if you're on Whitebeard's ship and you obviously know about hockey, I mean, you sense Luffy's hockey on Impel now, and Kaido, hockey transcends all things. The hockey knot of Joy Boy. Emu. Oh my God, I just can't take it anymore. Oh my God, this is Joy Boy. Hockey's kind of nuts. Hockey's kind of broken. So, hey, train, Blackbeard, train. Either way. And revenge, again, in part, maybe revenge. Yes, in part. I'll agree with that one. In part, revenge, yes. Sure shot. Appreciate it too. I would laugh if BB killed Whitebeard for revenge. Oh, what revenge? It's like, brother. Like, I mean, like, you could, but that's dumb. Like, this man got turned to a demon not because of Whitebeard, you know? Shit. He was just there trying to fight. Either way. Emu. Well, they. So Davy D. Jones, Joy Boy, they shall not resurface. So Joy Boy and Davy D. Jones are different people. Yeah. Man, you know what's really, really cool? Low key. Because I'll be shocked if Oda has a change up, but it is nice to see final villains make move now, whether it's Blackbeard or whether it's Emu. Let's say if it's Roxy comes back to life, you know, whatever, fuck, right? They're making moves now. They're doing shit now. They're not like waiting till like the very, 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 very last arc. Or it's like, well, I'm here, but I'm not gonna redo shit until like, you know, chapter 140. And there's 108 chapters in the story. So what the fuck? That is a nice change of pace. It's a nice change of pace. Like, we're not trying to fuck it. Like, we're doing this shit. We're making moves now. Dragon is interesting. Okay. Either way, that's a YouTube. Today's shorter stream, but it is like 9:30.